What's going on, everybody? Something crazy happened a few weeks ago. I found out that my ex-girlfriend Eve had subscribed and then a few days later unsubscribed to my YouTube channel. And to be honest, I wasn't upset because people subscribe and then unsubscribe to channels all the time. But to be honest, I was curious as to why she probably unsubscribed to my channel, and I wondered did it have to do with maybe the Ghost of Girlfriends Past video or my Project Snowflake video? Because I'm going to be honest, I did like most people do. Whenever you talk about a past relationship, you tend to focus on everything they did wrong, but you don't necessarily talk about that much what you did wrong in that situation. Now recently I saw a video by a YouTuber named Shawn Phelps, and the video was called Why Dating Seems Complicated. And it's a pretty good video, and I put a link in the description below. And one of the main things that he mentioned in the video was honesty. And it made me get to thinking like, man, a lot of the things that Eve and I went through could have been avoided had I just came out in the beginning and said, you're a very attractive lady, and who knows, a relationship might come out of this. But to be honest with you, I just want to have sex. Because she would have just said no, and then at that time it wasn't really like I was talking to anybody else, so it would have just been listening to Al Green songs all by myself again. It's pretty sad. And that's not to say that most of the things that I told her was a lie. 85% of the things I told her was the truth. It's just that when I did lie, it was about stupid stuff. A lot of those things that I mentioned in the Project Snowflake video, or things I may have lied about just because I felt that she said or did something that hurt me. So I figured I would tell a lie in return to make her feel that way. It was dumb. One of the stupidest things I ever lied about in a relationship. One day I told her that I might come by her house at a certain time. When I went by her house, unannounced, of course she wasn't home. So I got mad. Now mind you, I know that Tweety Bird is her favorite character. And it was this giant stuffed Tweety Bird that we saw one day when we were out on the side of the road. And I told her I would get it for her one day. So because I was upset and being immature and dumb, I lied and told her that I bought the Tweety Bird, but because she wasn't home, I went to go visit my aunt. My little cousin saw it and I ended up giving the Tweety Bird to her. Like I said, stupid. Because she didn't do anything wrong. I just felt like I was upset, so then I figured I would tell this lie, not realizing how stupid it was. And of course later on it ended up coming out in an argument that we had, and I just told her, you know what, I never even bought that Tweety Bird. So it was at that moment, after that last argument, I said, you know what, I'm just going to be honest from here on out. And from that moment on, when I started being honest, I also started being honest with myself. There was so much drama, so much nonsense going on. And it really wasn't bad. Like, nobody cheated on anybody. It was just a lot of bickering going back and forth, and the damage was already done. So I was like, all right, it's time to move on. But no, when you move on, the next lady that you meet, just start being completely honest and be upfront about what you want. When I met my wife, it was no cut cards after that. I said with her, I'm going to be completely honest and I'm going to be forefront about everything no matter what it is. And believe it or not, because of that, we're still together 13 years later. We're married for 12, been together for 13. Because when we started dating, all the things were laid out on the table. Now that didn't mean I gave her my whole autobiography and life story at the beginning, but I was honest so that way we both knew what we were interested in, we both knew what we wanted, and we just moved forward from there and the relationship grew. I'm basically in my video like this. Just like Shawn said in his video, be honest whenever you meet somebody for the first time. Now like I said, you don't have to go full-fledged autobiography and tell them every single detail of your life since the time you remember. But be honest. No matter what it is you believe in, what it is you like to do, your hobbies, so on and so forth, be honest up front. Because it's better to be honest up front and know what you're getting into or know what you want up front than to pretend, and then now you're dealing with all this drama, all this BS and this resentment because you weren't being honest in the beginning. You get what you give. So if you're not going to be honest, then you're going to be disappointed later on. But that's it. So as always, be wise, and until I see you guys next time. Funny because it seems like the guys who have the worst relationships seem to have the most advice. And